Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Transcending La Familia. My name is Aislet Zeladon. I go by Sachi Aislet on a lot of social media. Today, if you're listening to this one, this is the Spanglish podcast. So if you hear English and Spanish, don't be alarmed. We are both, all three of us, bilingual, and so we go from in and out to English and Spanish. So if you hear someone asking a question in English and answering it in Spanish, it's because you're on the Spanglish podcast. And so this is one of my favorite ones because this is how I kind of grew up. So with me and my three sisters growing up, yeah, the Spanglish, comenzamos con un poquito de español and then we went to English. And so it's kind of, this is my favorite. And so today we have our new co-host, Eva Gutierrez Rivas. She is a nurse and
Hi.
she also makes piñatas. And so definitely wanted to introduce her and also thank her for wanting to be more involved in the podcasting part of the nonprofit. So, Eva, go ahead and take it away with a couple of questions. And then, Yara, definitely reintroduce yourselves with anything that we haven't already discussed in it. So, go ahead.
Hi. Hi. My name is Eva, like Asa said, my name is Eva. I'm really happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me, and I'm happy to meet you, Yara. Este, I'm just excited. I've never done this before. This is all new to me, completely new to me. So, thank you again for inviting me, and thank you, Yara, for being here.
My pleasure.
All right, yeah. The one of the like me and Yara, we met. Not sure we technically have never met in person, but we're part of this amazing little private group called the Connected Leaders Academy. And so shout out to everyone that makes that amazing group. Because I've met such amazing people. And so definitely wanted to shout them out. Raul and everyone and Rachel Best. So, Yara, this is about you. This is about your personal experience in the business world as a mom, a single mom, doing this entrepreneurial, mompreneurial, you know, and so I definitely wanted to have you on because not only have you sponsored Learning Idiom as donating with, but you also been this is your second year donating with us, and so we definitely wanted to have a big special like party for you, and so this episode is definitely for you. I know you deal a lot with nonprofits, and so tell us a little bit about your business journey and who was your biggest inspiration.
Yes, yes. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me here. It's truly an honor to be part of this and being here with you guys. So, my biggest inspiration. Well, first, let me talk a little bit about my business. So, I am the owner of BCS, which stands for Bookkeeping Consulting Services, and we provide financial management services to nonprofit organizations, which is my niche. However, we also do serve small businesses, and I've been doing this for about 15 years now. And we help our clients with pretty much all what financial management entails. In other words, managing the books, bookkeeping, cash flow reporting, and all of that good stuff. And our services are virtual, so I can serve anyone in the United States. So that's just a little bit about what BCS is and who do we serve. Now, in regards to who has been my biggest inspiration, uh, I will say I'm actually going to switch in Spanish. Let me try this because I have never done it in Spanish. um, so mi inspiración fue, yo diría que sería mi mejor amiga. Ella, mi mejor amiga, que es como mi hermana, ella se llama Lidia y ella vive en Rhode Island. Ella ha sido una inspiración bien grande para mí, porque ella y yo nos conocimos hace como 15 años. ah, y durante estos años yo la he visto a ella y a su familia luchar por muchas temporadas bien difíciles y aún salir adelante, no matter what. Y estoy hablando de situaciones personales como también profesionales. Y ella, um, por su perseverancia y su resiliencia, sobre todo, pues fueron muchos los desafíos que ella pudo sobrellevar y y la admiro grandemente. Um, Ella también tiene su propio negocio de consultoría que también, sí, ella también provee su servicio a organizaciones sin fines de lucros y ahora mismo ella empezó con muchos tropiezos, pero ahora tiene una consultoría bien exitosa y reconocida. So, como dije anteriormente, ella sería mi mayor inspiración y la admiro muchísimo por los logros, los tropiezos, pero también los logros y ha salido victoriosa, no matter what.
Wow, qué bonito que tienes amigas y amigos que te inspiran para básicamente crear tu propia abundancia, como yo digo en inglés, creating your own abundance. Para
Ujú.
mí también, fue muchas personas, pero como dice el dicho que eres, dime quién eres, con quién, como lo dicen, ah, it's basically you are the five people you surround yourself with. Y también tienen un dicho en
Right.
español, dime quién eres o algo así, ya no me acuerdo. Dime con quién andas y te
Y
diré
te
quién
diré
eres,
quién
o algo
eres.
así, ajá.
Yeah.
Entonces, es algo que es muy, muy una realidad, para mí sí es una realidad. Eva, dinos tu experiencia también ahora que haces piñatas y tu esposo también tiene su negocio. ¿Qué, qué, qué puedes hablar en ese aspecto de cuando viene a being your own boss and kind of owning your time?
Bueno, para mí es am, algo nuevo. He estado haciendo piñatas desde el año pasado, desde el cumpleaños de mi niña, que fue en abril. So honestly, it's still like a new thing that I'm still learning. But Aislith is also a friend of mine that who inspires me because she's really business savvy and she knows a lot about accounting and stuff like that. So ella ha sido alguien que me ha ayudado y a mi esposo también. Entonces, this is all new and it's true, surround yourself around people you want to be like. So, it's all new to me and I love it so far, like it's giving me time back with my kids because I'm able to make my own schedule and I take on however much work I'm able to take. I don't have a boss that I have to answer to. So it's really giving me flexibility and time with my kids. And so I really love that about having a business. I call it like a side hustle because it's something that I just do on the side. So I really like that about that. And you definitely need people like you guys to help out and learn from. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think whenever you're in this business journey, you need not only people who are barely learning how to do it, but also who have more experience. I've been in business since 2019. I'm not sure Yara, but what inspired so Yara, what inspired you to start your own business and how did it affect your family life? Like as a single, like as a mom, can you tell us a little bit more about your mom journey while being this amazing person that you are in the not only the business world but the nonprofit business world, which is very very difficult. So, um, tell us a little bit more about that.
Yes. So the decision to start my own business was rooted by in my family's history and of financial struggles, and I saw generations before me trapped in the cycle of scarcity, and I knew I wanted to change that narrative, the story for myself and my son, and of course my generations. So I see my family struggle with the financial instability motivated me to take control of my own future and my own destiny and break the cycle, like I said, the cycle of lack, because I just don't want it, period. It's just, I just need to break that cycle. Um, and
Yeah.
another reason was because I wanted to break free from the traditional 9 to 5 job structure and be my own boss and be a present mom and not having to ask permission to be able to take my son to an appointment or attend a game or event or anything like that, right?
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And however, the downside is that, yes, it has not been easy as a single mom. And this is a part that has impacted my family life in significant ways. While I have more flexibility in certain areas, while I continue working and growing my business and pursuing my dreams, it also means dedicating long hours, long days. Sometimes I even have to sacrifice one day out of the weekend, which takes the time away from spending with my son or doing other things that I would rather do, right, with my son or whatnot. So that's kind of the downside of it. But no matter what, don't she was the one that really pushed me to make it official because I started as a side hustle, just doing it here and there, whatnot. So I actually made it official. So yes, um, I have the flexibility, like I said, to be my own boss and do what, you know, make my own hours and whatnot. But it does take away, the downsides is that it does take away from, time from my son. Um, um, and certain things. But that's part of the journey. That's part of, you know, being able to grow your business and just reach your goals. And he's doing it with me because he also supports me. He's 16 years old now, and he's like my biggest cheerleader.
Oh.
He gives me hugs and mommy, I'm so proud of you. You're doing great. And sometimes I'm doing interviews like this, and he stands right in front of me, like going like that, like get
Oh,
out of
that's so
here.
sweet.
But it's great. It's been great.
That's cute. Like to me, my son is the same way too now. The difference is that my son's autistic, so the whole appointments thing that you said, like, yeah, when you're an autistic parent or even a special needs parent, like the therapies, the like everything that goes along with a special needs kid, like you just have to basically rearrange your whole life just to go and to all of these things. And the way that I kind of, you know, assimilate it to a person who isn't a special needs parent is parents who have their kids in sports. Like parents who have kids in sports have to go to so many different games, have to make sure that they're like, you know, doing all of these, you know, amazing things in their sports and in their activities, extracurricular activities. And so like while everyone is doing all of that, it's kind of the same way as like having to be on the phone with his therapist, having to be on the phone with like all of these things. Because when, especially me, I have a personal connection with all of his therapists because they're helping me, they're helping my son. And so if I need to be on the phone call with them for like at least, you know, 10-15 minutes, yeah, I need to be able to have that time to myself and time for my son for his growth in order for him to be able to thrive as an adult, which, you know, that's our literally end game as parents, is to have him
Mm-hmm.
be successful. And so,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, Eva, dinos un poquito, un poquito de tu experiencia cuando viene a tus niñas and all the sports that they're in.
Bueno, mis niñas, las dos grandes juegan basketball, entonces ahorita se acaba de acabar la temporada, entonces, right now we actually have free time and some weekends and stuff. But during the season, like you said, it's, very busy on the go, just, games during the week, practices during the week, and then also on the weekends. So it's, always something going on, a tournament or jamboree or something, So it's go, go, go. And, I like that comparison that you used with your son, having autism. Because you know, it's kind of hard to imagine someone else's situation, but the way you put it, I can, now I can empathize with you because, as a mom, we're all busy, no matter what. Our kids, take up a lot of our time. But the way you put it, really makes me see how it can be for you. It's just busy. It sounds very busy, and yeah, sports can be that way too, just very busy. But I enjoy it. I like being a basketball mom. I like cheering them on and seeing them win, and we like to go, do stuff afterwards, like, I don't know, like I made a deal with my daughter, like if she made a certain amount of points, we'll get her something, I like to do things like that. So it's fun.
Oh yeah, those positive reinforcements are super important in any child's life. Because like me I was a Spanish teacher. I mean, technically I'm still a Spanish teacher, but like in a public setting, I was a Spanish teacher for about 3 years. And like having to be able to have those little, prizes, it really, really encourages them to continue to want to learn, continue to want to do well. And I think that's amazing that Yara, you have like like you said, your biggest cheerleader. I've always said that about my son because my son, even whenever he was small, when I had my YouTube channel, he would tell everyone, go subscribe to Aisla Saladon's channel all the time. And I'm like,
Oh,
so he has just like, Yara been, biggest cheerleader because I don't know, he just likes it. And so now he's going through his preteen years, so now he's a little different. Now it's kind of people are asking me to have him on the camera because he has published 3 books. He likes writing scary stories. And he's 12. And so his goal for any parents out there, make sure your children have goals. And so his goal is to publish a book every year. So by the time he's 18, he'll be able to say that he has 8 books published. And so he loves writing scary stories. We want to go see R.L. Stine. That's his favorite author. And so the Goosebumps, creator. And so I think that's super cool that you can, help your children's journey. And like I've never even read one of those books. And I feel like, I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but when you're a mom, like they're lo que a ellos le encanta, they're so passionate about. And so so we made it, and we made it a little, it was fun. I felt like, R.L. Stein's biggest fan, and when I've never even read any of his books, but I knew that I
yeah.
wanted his autograph. And so, cuando eres una mamá, haces todo lo posible para que pues ellos tengan esa felicidad. Entonces, it was a very weird experience. I felt like such a fangirling for someone I've never even been a fan of because I didn't really read any of his books. Sorry, L. Stein. I'm not a big fan of horror, but my son is, and my son loves you. And so, but yeah, Yara, so just to wrap up, y para todas las personas que nos están escuchando, todos estos episodios son parte de una organización que se llama Learning Idiom. Enseñamos virtualmente inglés y español. Entonces, si te interesa ser parte, tenemos alumnos en el verano que les ayudamos, interns, para mejorar en las áreas que necesitan. Entonces, tenemos adultos y también jóvenes que son interns. Wherever you are in your business journey, or, there's certain areas that I only take 3. Like I only have 3 interns, so 3 spots. Because I feel like I can teach them and they can really be a more successful success story, because I'm like more focused on their journey in specific. So, and that's just in the summer, a summer intern. But yeah, para las personas que nos están escuchando una vez más, gracias a todos los sponsors. También quiero decir que Learning Idiom y también Authors Are Us. Authors Are Us es el primer compañía de publicación bilingüe aquí en el estado de Arkansas. Hay muchos, en la nación, pero aquí en Arkansas no había una compañía que publica en español. Entonces podemos hacer eso. Ya estamos muy afortunados de ser parte de la primera aquí en Arkansas. Entonces, Yara, oh yeah, Yara, y gracias para las personas que están comentando, porque ya estamos mirando que estamos recibiendo comentarios. Y una vez más, gracias a todas las personas que hicieron todo esto posible. Para terminar, Yara, dinos una lección que te ha enseñado la vida usando una palabra.
So, yo diría que resiliencia, resilience, porque la vida está llena de momentos de adversidad y contratiempos, altibajos. La vida te puede tirar muchas bolas curvas, curveballs, y no es una línea recta, como dicen. Cada vez que enfrentaba un desafío, fuera personal o profesional, me di cuenta que la vida, uh, me di cuenta que la capacidad de perseverar y recuperarme de cualquier situación que estuviese pasando en ese momento era crucial para mí si yo quería salir adelante y seguir progresando y creciendo. Sin la resiliencia me habría consumido el miedo, o me hubiese consumido las dudas de cualquier desafío que estaba enfrentando en ese momento, o me hubiese rendido por completo. So it's not easy, it's not easy though, but if you want to reach your goals and achieve and succeed in whatever it is that you are doing in life, resilience is a fundamental trait for overcoming and, overcoming obstacles and getting there, so I would say resilience.
That's awesome, because I remember asking Eva the same question and she said the same word.
She did?
Yeah. I remember, like, we had an episode. So if you haven't listened to the past episodes, this year we launched Learning with Faith, but for the past 3 years it's been Moving Mountains for You. And so we wanted to kind of relaunch the English podcast. And so we wanted to, because in the past, I think it was a personal decision for me, because I'm a realtor now. And so I had a lot of episodes and I wanted to also focus. So if you're listening, those are still active. You can still listen to the Moving Mountains for You. But I was a health coach, a life coach. And so we focused on a lot more different things whenever we would talk. Like we would get fitness coaches, we would focus more on health. And because now I'm a realtor, the English one, the topics are kind of different. It's just going to be mental health, family life, and then also real estate. And so because I wanted to, talk more about real estate because of my journey, this is my 3rd year in, so super, super excited. I love the real estate world. And so, and I think you should love everything that, you're doing it, whatever industry you're in. I used to be in the banking industry. And so I think in every industry you can learn something.
Yeah, same
So,
here. I did some banking
For
in my
sure.
life too.
but I know, I mean, Yara, you're kind of in like the accounting, financing, industry.
Yeah.
I think it's a little, I'm like QuickBooks certified accountant, but I never was in there. I was maybe in there for like 3 months just to get like I took that course. Like most
Mhm.
entrepreneurs, they all learn a skill so that they don't have to pay someone else.
Yeah.
So like, my sister does taxes though. And so she likes it a lot more than me. I'm just kind of like, nah. So
You can do it.
I like I like the real estate world more than and the banking more than the bookkeeping and all of that. But I think it's pretty cool that now my co-host is in the health, she's a health professional. And so to me, I'm really excited that even though in the English one I won't be able to talk as about health that much, in the Spanglish one we will, because I'm not sure about your mamas, but a mi mamá, ella me regaña cuando, si ella mira que, estoy comiendo algo que no debo comer, lo que sea. Like, I don't know about your moms, but my Latina mom, she's all about her health, all about home remedies, all about all that stuff. And
No,
so,
everything is talk
um,
is a lesson. Oh my
oh
God.
yeah, yeah. And so my mom, she loves all the home care remedies, and
Mhm.
I'm very appreciative of my mother. She was a single mom. She's been a single mom for longer than she was married. So I think this whole journey of being a single mom with kids is a little different. But now I have so much more respect and so much like way more understanding of how my mom did it with 4 girls. I was like, wow, I
Mhm.
have one
Oh,
son.
wow.
And I'm like, this is difficult. Uh,
Yeah.
but I think it's a little different because I can't relate to him completely. And so she could at least relate to us.
Mhm.
But I think life is was what you make it. And
Yeah.
any last words, Yara, before we finish out?
Um, well, anything that I would say that anything that you set your mind to, just focus. Focus on whatever you have. Just, you set your dreams, just focus on what you're doing. I know that sometimes it's not easy, like I said, because life is not a straight line. Life can really throw you some curved balls. But if you are focused, you'll be able to do it. Also, surround yourself with people that are um, growth minded, like a friend of mine says, growth minded people that
Yeah.
can support you, people that can lift you up, right? People that when you're doing something that is not supposed to, they can guide you and direct you without judgment, because that's important, because we cannot do things alone in life. We always need help. But the thing is that we need to be able to know and have that discernment as to who we're going to be asking to, who we're going to be surrounding ourselves with, and check our environments. So um, that's what I would say, you know, just continue pushing en pa'lante, como dicen en Puerto Rico.
Oh, yeah, yeah, pues sí, por supuesto, por supuesto. Eva, ¿no tienes cualquier, palabras de sabiduría para cualquier madre soltera, porque, este episodio, para las personas que no saben, tenemos un grupo en Facebook que se llama Arkansas Singles. Entonces,
Ujú,
sí, estamos hablando mucho en este año de relaciones y de parejas y todo eso, porque tenemos ese grupo que es casi como 20,000 personas. Entonces estamos haciendo contenido para el área donde miramos que se necesita más. Entonces, una vez más, gracias a las dos por estar conmigo, y poder compartir esa sabiduría para las personas que lo necesitan. Entonces, Eva, ¿tienes cualquier otra, comentarios?
Um, Nomás échale para adelante. Como dijiste, Yara, hay que seguirle pa adelante, echarle ganas, just don't give up. I mean, being a mom is hard, period. And being a single mom on top of that is even harder. So I just want to, encourage anybody out there, all the mothers out there, everyone in general, because everyone carries a cross. Todos cargamos cruces. Y even if you don't see it, if you don't hear about it, everyone is carrying something with them. So just, be kind. That's always something that it's a good reminder to just be kind to one another. Yeah, just encourage each other. And I love the positivity. Keep it up. And yeah, thank you, Yara, for being here. I really do appreciate it. You seem like a very, very inspirational person.
Thank you.
And yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
I think it's pretty cool in order for us to like be able to do this journey, to be able to uplift each other. And I think that's one of my favorite things that I like about these parenting summits is that not only do I get to learn certain things from, I get to also like connect on like the mom level. These parenting summits, we've been doing them since Learning Idiom started. And to me, I've learned so much from the content that we've actually put out because I needed the content. So a lot of the questions that sometimes I ask some of the guests is because if I have this question, maybe another mom does. And so
Mhm.
if you have any prayer requests, if you have any questions, don't feel free to message, us. We are a educational nonprofit, but we are faith-oriented women and men. And so I always pray for all of my viewers, anybody who watches our content, because I know that this idea and this vision and everything, God gave it to me for a reason. And so I always pray for whoever's out there. And like, Eva said, everyone is struggling with something. Even if you have $1 million in your bank account, you're still on a normal, like in an emotional level.
Mhm.
As a realtor, like I've seen the lives of investors who have so much money and they're still struggling with something. They're still struggling with their mental health. They're still struggling with something. And so if you do need prayer, don't be ashamed. I mean, just like Yara said, we all need help. We all need help with something. And so don't feel like, I'm reminded of a Bible verse, it says, that the people who he's there for the brokenhearted, and so I think nowadays with so much going on all around us, so many people have those broken hearts and they probably don't want to show that. And so they like lash out with like
Mhm.
their emotions and with just hate, honestly. And so a lot of people don't realize that those are broken people that are hurting.
Mhm.
And so to me, I always pray about everything and then I just leave it up to God because I did my part to pray. And so but yeah, thank you so much, you guys, for being in this in if we were still in Clubhouse, they would say in this room because they always, I don't know if you guys have Clubhouse, but they're rooms over there. But yeah, so but yeah, thank you so much for being part of this wonderful episode, and definitely check out the past episodes that we've done. This one has been around for about 3 years as well. And so I'm super glad to continue this podcast. And so you can listen to us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, YouTube. We have Facebook groups that are private where you can watch them. And then, yeah, in the English one, we're on iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and a few other podcast platforms. And so, thank you so much, ladies, for your time. Take care. God bless, and peace be with you.
Thank you.